people don't understand how I listen to the notes. I ain't listening to the notes tonight. These motherfuckers that walk on Target, sexy girls. I don't know what you have to say about any of this shit. You're already lame. Lame ass motherfucker.
Hustling these protocols, known to the man. Acting on my radar, I understand. Jumping on the wave, watch me move the plan. Holding diamond hands in this crypto land. Got my eyes on the prize, making moves like a king. Every transaction here, cash raises ring. Ride the blockchain, we won't never be slow. In the world of finance, let the profit.
If you're holding real world assets, utility assets, you are a bank.
Yeah, of course, we go over the news and stuff, but we just do what feels natural when we be doing our thing.
I gotta get this money on. All right. We in here. What's good, everybody? What's good? Crypto Queen. What's good? Appreciate you. Hey, Crypto Queen. Shout out to Crypto Queen over here on YouTube. She always telling y'all to giving y'all that welcome message, telling y'all to smash that like button on the way in over here. So we appreciate the support 100%. Shout out to Steven over here. King Yada was good. I don't know, Easy. That's what I was trying to figure out. I don't know if the Clarity Act supposed to be passing in 6 weeks. I don't know about that. I know they're trying to get it done for the year over with. We got a clip. I'm gonna start the live off hot with that. I'm gonna play this clip. I believe it's from CNBC. I gotta pull it up real quick, so y'all just bear with me for 1 second. But we actually gonna start off talking with that since that's the title of the YouTube and the live over here on TikTok. Let me pull it up for y'all right now. But yeah, we're gonna get right into that because the Clarity Act, they have been, I would say, making it seem like not making it seem like, but the shutdown happened, so that kind of died down that Clarity Act talk. Where is it at? Did they take that video down? Hold on. I thought I sent it to D. What? Hold on, y'all. Let me copy. All right. Well, let me put it in on Google then. Hold on, y'all. I just was watching it before we got up here. It should work though. Hold up. Okay, here we go. I think that's it. Yeah. All right, bet. So yeah, we're gonna talk about this because this is the clip I'm gonna show is Coinbase CEO. He says there is a strong bipartisan support to get the market structure legislation done. So just to give y'all some bullish news going into this. For those that are new, if you don't know what the Clarity Act is, it's pretty much the framework for crypto so that banks and institutions have some sort of rules and guidelines, some type of structure to go off of as we innovate into blockchain technology and using these digital assets. And so it's just giving them the rules of the road, some type of regulation. So pretty huge. This is pretty much what all the institutions are waiting for. They can go ahead and introduce and they code in these different digital wallets and all this stuff to the world. They are ready to move forward. We have a big date coming up in November, which is the end of the. Oh my bad. No, that shit was mad loud. I was like, oh shit. No, you good. But yeah, November 2022 is the final ISO 222 date that the banks have to move over to the messaging standard. So not saying something's gonna happen on that particular day, but it is a huge indicator that the banks can no longer play around. If they're not on this standard, they will not be able to communicate. So just for the newbies, for those that didn't know, I know a lot of y'all in here are aware. So just wanted to explain that. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. Let me share my screen over here. Shout out to James Harris over here. Shout out to STC. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to Sun is Hot Rob. And yeah, Sheila was good.
What up?
Inspire 50. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Appreciate y'all. Was good. We about to go ahead and get into it. Did y'all hear Trump just pardoned CZ from Binance?
No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, D, please look that up while I pull this. Share my screen. Hold on. I'm gonna have D look into that right now.
Yeah.
It just happened. It's true. Oh shit.
Hold up.
What?
I'll get it ready. I'll get it ready.
You have it ready? All right. So we're gonna talk about that. So who just said that on the YouTube? Shout out to whoever just told us that on YouTube. James. Shout out to James Harris over here on YouTube. Appreciate you, Gangy. All right, so yeah. We're gonna play this clip real quick. Let me know.
Important for America and then the 50 million. Well, we had great meetings with the Democrats in the Senate and on the Republican side today. And the good news is that there's strong bipartisan support and will to get this market structure legislation done. It's important for America, and then the 50 million Americans who've used crypto want to see it get done. And so one date we heard floated was, let's try to get this markup done before Thanksgiving. I think that there's 90% of the issues are already aligned on and agreed, and there's draft text going back and forth, a lot of great cross-functional.
Did you hear that,
we heard floated was, let's try to get this markup done before Thanksgiving. The date we heard floated was, let's try to get this markup done before Thanksgiving. The date we heard floated was, let's try to get this markup done before Thanksgiving. The date we heard floated was, let's try to get this markup done before Thanksgiving. I think that there's 90% of the issues are already aligned on and agreed, and there's draft text going back and forth, a lot of great cross-functional collaboration happening. That last 10% are the remaining issues, and everyone committed to, let's try to get this markup done before Thanksgiving. It was, let's try to get this markup done before Thanksgiving. I think it was, let's try to get this markup done before Thanksgiving. I think that there's, let's try to get this markup done before Thanksgiving. I think that there's 90% of the issues are already aligned on and agreed, and there's draft text going back and forth, a lot of great cross-functional collaboration happening. That last 10% are the remaining issues, and everyone committed to get in the room together and work it out, and hopefully we'll see some draft text or get it out. Yeah, well, it was, let's try to get this markup done before Thanksgiving. I think that there's 90% of the issues are already aligned on and agreed, and there's draft text going back and forth, a lot of great cross-functional collaboration happening. That last 10% are the remaining issues, and everyone committed to get in the room together and work it out, and hopefully we'll see some draft text.
When is Thanksgiving? So today's October 23rd.
What is it? November 27th.
That is 1, 2, 3, 4. So within the next 4 weeks.
Yep.
Oh, and he said before. He said before Thanksgiving.
That's what he said.
And he said they're getting along. Hold on, let's watch the clip again. I want to make sure we digest this properly. Hold on. Because he said that he met with Democrats.
Yeah, well, we had great meetings with the Democrats in the Senate and on the Republican side today. And the good news is that there's strong bipartisan support and will to get this market structure legislation done. It's important for America, and then the 50 million Americans who've used crypto want to see it get done. And so one date we heard floated was, let's try to get this markup done before Thanksgiving. I think that there's 90% of the.
So if you don't have any crypto, you better get some before Thanksgiving. It's a lot of key dates before Thanksgiving. That's happening. So we're still trying to see if ETF approvals, some major ones with XRP, Solana, and a couple others. We have some spot ETF approvals that's on the horizon that's going to bring in institutional money. If you was on the live yesterday, Kurt broke that down very well for you all.
Oh yeah, he did.
That's coming in. So then we have a supply shock imminent for XRP as well, due to them trying to raise, not trying, because they're going to raise $1 billion so that Ripple can acquire $1 billion worth of XRP. So we have a supply shock imminent for all my XRP holders. That's very bullish. Then we have this ISO date that is coming, that's coming to a close as well. So it's a lot that's getting ready to transpire. I don't know how anybody could be bearish right now.
Well, they're gonna find some way to act accordingly. But shit. I mean, your boy from Coinbase, he don't look as wild today for some reason.
Because that's probably, that might be the real him, or that might be clone number 46789. So you never know. But he definitely, this ain't the same guy we was looking at the other week.
Nah, wait, it ain't.
We looked at it too hard. We know the difference. So
yeah.
But for real. Griff said, I hope God bless you both. Thank you all for the helpful info and live streams when y'all having T and Kurt back on. We just had Kurt on yesterday.
Yeah. Go watch yesterday's live.
Yeah, go watch yesterday's live. T, T's never been on a live. We only did that video with him, but he's never. We did he's been on Spaces and stuff with us though.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to my nigga T. I'm sure if I ever asked him and scheduled it or we planned it, I'm sure T would come on. I just try not to bother T too much. T's a hot commodity. You feel me? Shout out to my boy T. A hot commodity. So I try not to bother him too much because I feel like a lot of people be probably hitting up T. So shout out to my boy T though. Try not to do too much. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be bothering folks, but I'm sure if I hit up T, he wouldn't mind hopping on a live stream if he felt the need to. But so yeah, we got some other things to go over though. So the clarity so yeah, y'all bullish, super bullish. And I'm telling y'all, if you're not in DeFi right now, right? So this is the best time to get into these pools, because if we have a similar November to 2024 and you're in DeFi, then you're just gonna watch your DeFi portfolio go up with your crypto portfolio. So it's only gonna go up. So and DeFi was booming around this time last year. So if you're getting in DeFi right now, you might be like, these ain't the gains I was hoping for. But if you stay consistent and we have what we have a time like we did last year, it might be behoove you to get into DeFi before it starts running up. Because what's gonna happen is everybody gonna try and start coming in, and we already gonna be sitting back watching our shit go up, and y'all gonna be trying to figure out which pools to get in.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would take advantage of getting into. This is probably honestly the perfect time to get into DeFi. Just because we know potentially November could potentially be a very bullish month. Potentially, I'm not sure. I can't see into the future, but I think November and December could be some crazy months. And so if you're gonna position yourself in DeFi, this would be the perfect time to do so, in my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor though. That's just my opinion. I could be completely wrong, but if you setting yourself up in DeFi, I think this would be the time, because this would be the time around November and December when everything going up, where you like, damn, if I had just gotten in DeFi the last couple weeks of October, you know what I'm saying? I have blah 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 right now, and it's like, don't sit there and have those thoughts when you're like, okay, it's today, right now, in the present.
It's the 23rd. It's the 23rd.
So if you're gonna position, even if you start off with $50, $150, whatever your bankroll is, you positioned yourself. So I think this is a good time. So that's something to think about. You've been going back and forth about it, but I'm just trying to put into perspective for y'all that this is a good time. I don't know if Cecil's in here, but you know what I'm saying? Cecil will tell y'all this might be a good time to be positioning yourself while it's here. So when it starts going up, you reaping the benefits of it going up in price. So yeah, getting the Patreon. Patreon got all the DeFi information, all the DeFi plays, everything that we're doing over there in DeFi. It's all over there in the Patreon.
Yeah, we just had a call last night. I'm gonna post that today too. Last night's call.
For sure. And we have what's coming up. This is the reason why I'm really trying to get y'all to understand that you have to learn how to rebalance your DeFi portfolio. And we're doing a class for that on Monday. Rebalancing your DeFi portfolio is a very expensive masterclass in DeFi. People charge $700 to $1,400 for it. We're only charging $175. So you want to make sure you get into this masterclass about rebalancing your DeFi portfolio. Because like I said, this is the perfect time to get in. So this is a great class for beginners and great class for people that's getting ready to get into DeFi. So yeah, take advantage of that course, because after Tuesday, the resale value on that class is not going to be $175. We're just doing everybody a favor now, because I'm not one of the people trying to hit y'all on the head, but you better get it now, because after this it's going to go up. So just trying to look at it. Can't nobody say we ain't look out. You know what I'm saying? So don't know what the price is going to be, but it ain't going to be $175.
No, it's not. It's not, because I mean, just like you said, it's gonna be a lot of value, in that class for sure. It's it's 2 parts too. It's 2 parts. All that information cannot be said in one session.
Yeah, I'm just reading the comments. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and get into some.
Somebody said that head clean.
Huh?
Somebody said homeboy head clean.
Oh yeah. All right, so let's get into
The CZ. I sent it to you.
oh, forgot about that already.
Nah, I looked right into it.
Yeah, this is a big deal right here. So Trump grants pardon to Binance founder. Okay, CZ. So this must have been part of the deal he took.
Yeah, and we was talking about this for a while because people was like coming at CZ like, oh, okay, why are you lining yourself up with Trump? And people was accusing him of trying to I mean, he was asking for a pardon though. He was asking for a pardon.
Who wouldn't in his position? Like,
You know
be
what
for
I'm
real,
saying?
y'all.
We know you working with Trump, CZ. You ain't gotta front for us, fam. You know what I mean? If you working with the president, you working with the president, fam. If y'all both lining y'all pockets up, y'all did the handshake deal, y'all did the backdoor deal, whatever, and y'all getting it going. He was like, I got you, you got me. Donald Trump, I wouldn't be surprised if Donald Trump got into some of those memes that's over there on Binance when those memes was running up on Binance. Donald Trump pardoned CZ, the founder of Binance. If y'all don't remember, CZ was convicted in 2023 for not having strong enough anti-money laundering controls and paid big fines as part of the Binance case. He served 4 months in prison and stepped down as CEO in 2024. So his part of the script was to go to jail for several months, and he had to step down as CEO. I'm pretty sure he's still a highly touted consultant when it comes to crypto, especially with Binance. He right there. This matters because a presidential pardon clears CZ criminal record from that case. It signals the White House now supports crypto innovation more and says past actions were politically motivated. And then what the White House said was the press secretary said that CZ's prosecution was part of the war on cryptocurrency under the previous administration. Who was in the previous administration? Don't all answer at once. The pardon is meant to end politically motivated prosecution of crypto innovators, right? Y'all can say what y'all want about CZ, but he has created the biggest exchange in the entire globe. Is CZ back in charge of Binance now? Not automatically. Even with the pardon, regulators' rules and agreements can still limit him from holding executive roles, especially in the United States. He still owns a big part of Binance, but formal leadership depends on regulators and company decisions. And why people are talking about Trump and Binance ties, because there was reports that said there were talks between Trump Circle and Binance about investing in Binance U.S. division while CZ was seeking a pardon. This was part of the deal, fam. Now we're seeing it play out, because we was talking about this months and months ago when they was talking about, oh yeah, Trump is going to be in the mix with Binance. CZ and Binance current CEO denied improper details, but the timing raised ethical questions. Why wouldn't it? What this could change is Binance might find it easier to rebuild in the United States and other places if legal hurdles shrink. And if Binance coming, Coinbase don't want Binance over here, fam. I know they don't. But the pardon could help repair Binance's image after years of legal troubles. It also may boost confidence among some users and partners who were on the fence. So, and Binance, if you don't remember, Binance previously paid $4 billion in fines for the United States law violations. So, yeah, man, that's it in a nutshell.
Okay, so he got that. He got his pardon.
Yeah, you
It's
got
up.
it.
It's up for that man CZ. It's up for him.
So when Binance come back to the United States, don't be surprised.
Yep, that's gonna be the next headline for as far as Binance with Trump. That's gonna be the next headline. So, damn. Yeah, that was my chosen platform from the start. Yeah, they ain't fuck with me or D, but it's all good.
It's all good.
You
We
know
got
what
what
was
we
it? I
need
don't know what was up with that. I ain't never. That was the only exchange that gave me an issue for real. For real. As far as like when you first sign up, I was like,
Yeah,
"What them folks deny me for? Like, did I type something wrong? I don't know. Maybe it's different now."
they said, nah, fam, you good.
Man, okay. So shout out to CZ getting that pardon. Shout out to CZ. So for this next article, we got so what is this? Why 8.2 billion prediction markets, Major League Sports backing is huge blow to legacy betting. Okay, so what's up with this?
Okay, so what had happened was, hold on, let me scroll to my notes. All right, so the NHL, which is the big U.S. Pro Hockey League over here in the United States, made licensing deals with two prediction market platforms, Kalshi and Polymarket. And we talked about Polymarket a couple weeks ago because they just did a huge deal and got bought for like billions of dollars, right? These deals let them use official NHL words like the logo NHL and Stanley Cup and team names, just like DraftKings or FanDuel can, right? What are prediction markets? If you don't know what a prediction market is, they're apps where people can trade yes or no contracts about future events, like who wins the game. So it's like betting on who will win a game. They work like a lot like betting, but they're regulated by the US CFTC, not by the State Gambling Commission. Kalshi is fully federally licensed, so it could offer sports contracts in all 50 states, where normal sports books are limited because you can't bet in all 50 states for like FanDuel or DraftKings. And then Polymarket is preparing is U.S. comeback through the CFTC regulated unit called the Polymarket United States. And why this shit is a big deal, because it's the first time a major U.S. sports league officially licensed its IP to prediction markets. This is big. This is going to change. This is going to change everything, because if it's going to happen in hockey, and hockey ain't as big as football, it's definitely going to happen in football. It's definitely going to happen in basketball. It's definitely going to happen across all these major sports. So now Kalshi and Polymarket can market real NHL branding, which make them look more official and easier for fans to recognize. And then it blurs the lines between sports books and prediction exchanges, and could pull users away from traditional betting apps. So this is competition for FanDuel and DraftKings. Y'all not going to be the only bet in town, because now we got AI in the mix of these apps and stuff like that are going to give people the same information, right? And the money is getting huge. So Kalshi and Polymarket processed about $8.2 billion just last quarter, which is up 61% from Q2, right? And the volume in it is crazy. So how Sportsbook is reacting is DraftKings bought Railbird Technologies, which owns a CFTC licensed exchange, so it could play in prediction markets as well. So DraftKings is getting into prediction markets too. And then FanDuel partnered with CME Group to build an exchange similar to Kalshi. So they building. We're gonna see who's gonna win that race. And then traditional sports books are adapting because these exchanges are attracting real volume and users. And then why the league cares is because the NHL says prediction markets are here to stay and might help grow the fan base among tech savvy users. They know that they got to embrace the AI and blockchain, fam. If they want to keep their base and continue to grow their base, because all eyes is on the technology, fam. So if people are going to acquiesce to the technology, that's where the people are going to be. And Sportsbook remains important partners, but leagues now see prediction markets as another official channel. And this what this means for the fans is that NHL branded markets will be on Kalshi and Polymarket, and potentially more ways to engage in single outcomes and parlay style markets, and eventually elections and even events on regulated U.S. units, fam. Because these are federally regulated exchanges, they may be available in places where normal betting apps aren't. So they're going to have more exposure to the average Joe, for betting.
Yep. And then Creative Athlete just said on that app, you can bet all types of things, like if Drake will drop an album this year. So yeah, no, they
right.
Yeah, but voting, that's gonna be the main thing. That's really what they want to do. I mean, we should have been here, but yeah, voting is definitely gonna play a huge factor.
The money got in the way. The money had to be right.
Yeah, no, 100. All right, so I got another article to go over. I want to talk about T. Rowe Price real quick. I know a lot of people have probably heard of T. Rowe Price. He makes a bold move into crypto with a new active ETF filing.
Okay.
Yeah, so here's what's going on. So T. Rowe Price, if y'all don't know, is a big investment firm. They have about $1.8 trillion in assets. So they filed for an actively managed crypto ETF. So that means instead of just tracking a fixed list of crypto assets, their fund managers will pick and choose which cryptocurrencies to invest in based on what they believe will perform well. So this matters because it shows how traditional finance is accepting crypto and more seriously as an asset class. So in an active crypto ETF, it gives more flexibility. So for example, buying more of something when it's hot or avoiding something when risk looks high. So because a big conservative firm like T. Rowe Price is doing this, it could encourage other big firms to follow, meaning wider adoption and possibly more stability in the crypto sector. So yeah, these active funds tend to have higher fees than passive ones because of the extra work and strategy. So yeah, just I would be on the lookout. T. Rowe Price, that's a big one. I've heard of. I think everybody's in here probably heard of T. Rowe Price. So firms like this start getting involved with ETFs and crypto, then yeah, it's a domino effect. It's a domino effect. They've seen what do we call Goldman Sachs and all these other institutions getting involved in crypto. So it's only a matter of time. It's a domino effect.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, that's gonna be more money flooding in. That's a huge firm. 1.8 trillion in assets. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. So that's a huge firm.
Yeah. Nah, this is yeah. I mean, it just further validates what we've been talking about, man. We in the mix, fam. We in the mix. It may not seem like it, but they revving up, yo. They're revving up the engines so they could be on go. Fam.
And then yeah, it's getting ready to be go time. Let's talk about Kathy Woods real quick. So Kathy Woods ARK Invest buys $21 million worth of Robinhood stock.
Yeah, you already know Kathy always, got her hands in something. You know what I mean? She wanna invest. Listen, smart lady, yo. I was just listening to her earlier, man. She's smart lady. I can't even doubt it, fam. So basically what happened is she a great investor. So what happened is Kathy Woods ARK Invest bought about $21 million worth of Robinhood shares on yesterday. And they split the purchases between two ARK ETFs, which is ARK and ARKW. And it was 167,000 Hood shares in total. So why this matters is because ARK often adjusts its funds. Buying more Hood shows that they still believe in Robinhood's growth, right? And then around the same this disclosure time, Hood closed at $127, down 3% for the day, right? And ARK's been on a pattern of just buying shit. ARK has been buying Hood several times this year, but they also sell when position sizes get too big. So, for example, back in September, ARK sold over 40,000 Hood shares, which was 5 million shares, and bought about 4.3 million of Bitmine, right? So if you following Kathy Woods, you'll just know that she's constantly like buying shit and then dumping certain things just to buy something else, right? What else ARK owns in fintech crypto is they got Bullish, which is an exchange. They got shares of Coinbase, and they got shares of Bitmine, which is an Ethereum treasury firm. And then they tweak the holdings depending on how much each stock weighs in the fund. So, I mean, this made sense. This made sense only because what Robinhood is doing lately, they just bought WonderFi, which is in Canada, for about $180 million back in May to grow crypto in Canada. And they bought Bitstamp for about $200 million back in June over the summer to get that bigger global footprint, right? So it makes sense for her to buy these shares. And being that we're getting into the tokenized asset game and treasuries and all that stuff like that, Robinhood is definitely going to be in the mix of all that shit. So she's just packing her bags, yo. That's what I see this doing.
Yep.
Robinhood ain't going nowhere.
And this Robinhood is just gonna get bigger in this whole transition because more people are going to be downloading it. So Robinhood's gonna blow up with this crypto shit and this tokenization and all that. That was a good investment. Yeah, like you said, she's a smart lady. I would have did the same thing. That was actually smart. 21 million in the Robinhood. I mean, most people already have it on their phone, whether they use it or not. And then tokenization pops in and people realize they can get into real estate and get into all these different things and they don't need thousands or even hundreds of dollars to do it. You know what I'm saying? Robinhood's going to be huge. I don't like them, but they're going to be huge. I ain't going to sit here and deny it.
Very user-friendly, fam. Just like Coinbase.
Let's talk about Citadel real quick. So Citadel CEO Kenneth Griffin discloses 4.5% stake in Solana treasury firm DeFi Development Corp.
So speaking of Robinhood, Citadel. Robinhood is Citadel. So basically Ken Griffin, who's the billionaire CEO of Citadel, revealed he owns about 4.5% of the company called DeFi Development Corporation. Kween was just talking about DeFi and how you need to be involved with DeFi. This company holds a big pile of Solana tokens as a treasury, like a savings vault. And then DeFi Development Corp is listed on the NASDAQ and owns over 2.19 million Solana, which is worth about $400 million right now. And this matters because Griffin is one of the biggest names in traditional finance. His stake signals serious Wall Street interest in Solana. And that's how Solana is not going to fail, at least right away. They're gonna get as much Solana as possible. They're gonna do these Solana ETFs and everything like that. So Solana is, as much as we feel like it feels like Solana is the ice cream machine at McDonald's. They, a public company holding Solana as its core reserve is another big sign that crypto is getting more normal for big institutions. So what DeFi Development Corporation does is it's a business model. They buy a lot of Solana and then they stake it to earn yield. And then they benefit if the price of Solana goes up over time. So if the price of Solana goes up, this DeFi Development Corporation, all their shit just goes up. And then by staking it, they also secure the Solana blockchain. What'd you say?
I said, damn.
Yeah, fam.
4.5% stake. Yeah. Treasury firm. Damn. So
they hold about over 2 million Solana right now.
Okay. So they got a hefty bag.
So Ken Griffin's 4.5% stake is indirect, though, through Citadel Advisors LLC. We already know what that's about. There's also a mention of another 4.5% held via fund subsidiaries, indicating notable exposure across affiliated vehicles. So he got his homeboys paid, too. That's what that says. And what this could mean in the big picture is that, a famous hedge fund leader taking a stake in Solana treasury companies boosts Solana's credibility with traditional investors, so people will trust it more. And if more public firms, copy this crypto treasury and yield staking model, the demand for Solana could keep growing. Fam, can't hate on that, fam. They want to make money. They in the business of making money, fam.
That and you know what? That's cool with me. But just don't rely on them for other things. But yes, they are definitely a huge pool for making money. So yeah, shout out to Solana over there then, gang. But I want to talk about Coinbase real quick. So we got Coinbase to list BNB, signaling a shift in crypto exchange dynamics. Now that one I wasn't expecting to hear about today. Wasn't expecting to hear Coinbase listing BNB. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. So
especially because Coinbase hasn't officially launched their own token yet, a native token for that exchange. So for them to list BNB before, they list their own is that's crazy. So this comes out at the same time as CZ gets pardoned.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, we told y'all there's a lot of news right now. So basically what happened is Coinbase says it will list BNB, the main token of, Binance's BNB smart chain. This is the first time Coinbase will list a token created by its biggest rival. So deposits must come on BNB smart chain only. Trading BNB will start once there's enough liquidity and only in approved regions. So it's not going to be in every region. Why this is a big deal is because Coinbase and Binance have been rivals with very different approaches and rules when it comes to listing. But I think they all sit at the same table. Even though, Binance don't really want to admit it. Coinbase has the market share when it comes to the United States. So Binance going on Coinbase makes sense for Binance. Listing BNB suggests Coinbase is becoming more of a platform neutral, willing to support popular assets, even if a competitor is made from them. It could make Coinbase more attractive to users who want to access to more crypto blockchains and tokens. I'm pretty sure CZ and them over at Binance was like, yo, Coinbase, y'all want to, get global, because Coinbase doesn't have a big footprint outside of the United States. They get in there, but they don't have a huge footprint outside of the United States, from what I, remember. But I feel like they putting each other up on game on their markets, respective markets.
Mm-hmm.
So what changed recently is that Coinbase had already launched BNB perpetual futures on its international platform months ago, and hinted that attitudes were softening. And then on October 15th, about a week ago, Coinbase put BNB on its public listing roadmap. And then on the 16th, CZ publicly pushed Coinbase to list more BNB chain products amid chatter about exchange listed fees. We covered that as well. And what it's going to mean for users is that you'll be able to buy and sell BNB on Coinbase.com, the Coinbase app, or Coinbase Advanced once trading opens. And then institutions will get access via Coinbase Exchange. And what's important is you can only deposit via BNB Smart Chain, not other networks yet. So it's very exclusive right now. So this tells me, just like the real Khalif said, there's enough money out here for everyone now. It really is. Because if you got different exchanges breaking bread, why can't we have Marvel and DC crossovers if we got these different exchanges with crypto making bread? I'm just saying.
It's that time. Man, it's so much money to be made.
Money on
it. Okay. All right. So
interoperability, fam. It's the name of the game.
Telling you. All right. So we got reform. UK leader Forage. What's his name? Forage.
Yeah, something like
that. Okay, something like that. They open a party for crypto donations.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Farage. Yeah, Farage. So let's see what they're talking about. Hold on, let me go back to my notes. Shit. Damn, we had a lot today. We did have a lot today. 1 second. So basically what happened was Nigel Farage said his political party, Reform UK, is now accepting crypto donations. They've already received a few crypto donations. No amounts were named or shared. But he says he supported crypto since 2020, before Donald Trump's crypto president messaging. He personally owns some crypto, and he wants the UK to be friendlier to crypto businesses and investors. And then what Reform UK is proposing is cut crypto capital gains tax from 24% to 10%, and then ban banks from closing accounts that are used for legal crypto activity, and then create a Bitcoin reserve at the Bank of England, and then push back on strict limits for stablecoins. And then, he opposes CBDCs, calling them bad for personal freedom. Agreed, but this is the game. Why this matters is because Reform UK only has 5 of 650 seats, but is polling ahead in the current government, so their ideas get attention. And then clear pro-crypto rules could help London compete against top-notch fintech hubs. And then accepting crypto donations signals that they're serious about the sector and may attract crypto-friendly voters and donors, especially if the price of crypto goes up, fam. Them donations is going to be like, oh, man. Them donations is going to appreciate in value.
When crypto goes up, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's you're going to see more and more people and businesses accept donations. Your president is accepting donations always. That's why he about to get this what's that, a $250 million shit ballroom built over there at the White House.
Yeah, doing some, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Motherfuckers mad as hell about that, so don't even bring it up.
They mad. I seen them online. I seen our black folks on Facebook getting upset about that shit.
Y'all getting upset about a crib. That house ain't got nothing to do with y'all.
That shit, and not only that shit, but the $40 billion he wants to give, or the $40 billion package he wants to give to Argentina. They mad over that shit too. So it's all part of the game, fam. It's all part of the game. Like you said, it's gonna be enough money out here for everybody to get. Listen, if you're not getting into all of this shit that we're talking about, y'all just messed up. Y'all really just don't want to do anything. Y'all don't want to do anything.
No, victimizing yourself and complaining is just a lot easier than sitting down and reading about
You
this.
don't gotta read, Queen. All you gotta do is pull out your phone and watch a video.
Well, they gotta understand it to wanna buy that stuff. Well, yeah, but hey, people lazy gang.
Well, you could watch the same video 10, 12, 20 times.
They're not entertained, D.
It don't. Yeah. Well, you don't. Well, you'll be poor forever.
Yep.
Just like Rick Ross, you'll be the opposite of what Rick Ross said. Rich forever, poor forever.
Hey,
so there's always the other side to the game.
That's the reality of it too. And some people are okay and content with that. And that's as long as y'all keep that to yourself and y'all ain't out here robbing, stealing, and finessing and out here trying to do, fraud because you broke and ain't got no money. Oh, that's what you chose to do. So So we got PNC joins Fed now. Shout out to the Telegram. PNC joins Fed now to expand instant payment offerings. Somebody just posted this in the Telegram. Make sure you get in the Telegram, y'all. Telegram be keeping me up on game too. On some days, I wake up and they done already put a lot of news in there. So make sure you're in the Telegram because they keep, keep just keeping everybody aligned and in the know of what's going on. It makes it a lot easier to hold these assets when you got a group and you got like-minded people with the same mindset, same goals as far as investing with crypto. Easier to hang on to your investments because you understand what's going on because we're keeping up with the news, we're keeping up with legislation and what's going on. So make sure you get a Telegram. But PNC Bank. So PNC joins Fed now to expand instant payment offerings. This is huge. So PNC, this is the same PNC that also partnered with Coinbase. Do your homework on PNC. PNC is making sure they don't get left behind in this whole transformation that's going down in the financial world. PNC will make sure that their doors remain open. And I don't blame them.
I mean, shout out to PNC. Remember, they was the first ones to offer those digital wallets. They was the first bank I remember several years ago offering those digital wallets. So they
do your homework on PNC.
I can do that.
So PNC Bank announced that it has become part of the Fed Now service, which is a real-time payment system, for those that don't know, built by the Federal Reserve that allows participating banks to send and receive payments instantly 24/7, 365. This is huge. By joining, PNC can offer its business and personal clients the ability to move money immediately rather than waiting hours or days. So this matters because of speed and convenience. So if you're a business or an individual, instant payments mean you get the money when you need it, no delays. Competitive edge for the bank. So PNC is showing that it's keeping up with modern payment expectations by adding this capability, and then wider impact. So as more banks join Fed, now the U.S. payment system gets stronger and more interconnected. So anyone using banks that participate benefits. So even though the bank is now able to send and receive instant payments, it doesn't mean every type of payment will be instant immediately. Some systems or processes still need to catch up. So you just keep that in mind. But I don't think it's gonna take them long to catch up because, like I said, the deadline for FedWire is November 22nd. Deadline for FedWire is November 22nd. So if your bank, y'all need to be calling, especially people that's with these smaller credit unions and these smaller banks, y'all need to be calling. And I don't know who you need to speak to, but you need to be asking, are we ISO 222 compliant? Are we going to be? And if we are not, will we be compliant before the November 22nd deadline? That's what you got to be asking. So yeah, PNC again. I think I'm gonna go open up a little account with them. That's what I think I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna open up a little account with them.
Yeah, PNC. I feel like they're in the top. They're in the top 8, at least top 8 banks in America, right?
Yeah.
Top 7. They may not be in the top 5, but they're in the top. They're in the top 10 somewhere for sure.
Yeah. So they aren't going to know. No, somebody over there know. You could talk to somebody in there. You might have to talk to somebody in the IT department or on the security side. Somebody knows. They might act like they don't. Somebody knows though. They have to keep up with that stuff. That's messaging. That's how the banks communicate. Somebody knows something.
You may be talking to somebody over in Indonesia at first. You may have to tell them to bring you over to somebody in America, but somebody know.
Yeah. We talking about this is communication. They gotta know.
Yeah. If they don't know, then he shouldn't be in the mix of this shit. You shouldn't be in the mix with them, rather.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. That's a fact. Okay, so shout out to PNC Bank. Okay, so let me see what else we got going on. Let's talk about some AI real quick. We got some AI agents news.
Okay.
Let's see. Shout out to DeFi King. He sent us his Forbes article this morning.
Yeah.
And it says, can AI close the deal on real world assets? Meet Proppies Avery. So yeah, AI agent. So let's let's see what this article is about real quick. I thought this was interesting when he sent this to us.
Shout out to DeFi King for sure.
For sure. Okay, so Proppy is introducing Avery, an AI agent designed to automate real estate closing processes. So, oh wow, this is huge. So the move is aimed at changing how real-world assets like homes and property titles get processed using AI plus blockchain together. So they're targeting the US title and escrow industry, which is estimated at $25 billion to reduce paperwork, delays, and inefficiencies. Boy, oh boy, real estate agents. We've been warning y'all for a minute now. Did y'all hear what I just said? Y'all hear this Proppy? This is meet Proppy's Avery. Avery is going to what it says. It says Avery is going to change how real world assets like homes and property titles get processed using AI plus blockchain together. They're targeting the U.S. title and escrow industry.
That's Forbes, right? That's Forbes.
This is Forbes.
Yeah.
They said they're going to reduce paperwork, delays, and inefficiencies. Because we don't need all of that anymore. The house buying process is way too long. We don't need all that shit no more. Put that shit on the blockchain. Go look at the house, see if you like it. Talk to your husband, wife, or yourself, and say yes or no. Send me the money. I'll send you the paperwork. This should be done in less than 24 hours if you know what the fuck you want. This shouldn't take long. Okay, that is where we're headed. That is why they're doing this. Because everybody's tired of a long house buying process. So much can change. People can't touch the credit. They can't do nothing when they're going through the house. That shit's annoying. If y'all, anybody that's been through the house buying process, y'all know that whole month, 2 months, 3 months, however long it took, was annoying. It was very annoying. You had to be very cautious about who was running your social and what was going on, because you're like, oh, I'm in the process of buying a house. You can't do that. The underwriters are going to pull it. Now I'm going to lose the house. Oh, what is it? Like, it's just fucking annoying,
yeah,
gang. Wow. And I only know because I worked in the phone industry. So when people would come in, they're like, wait a second, is that going to run my credit? Because I'm trying to get a house right now. Like, that's fucking annoying. That's annoying. I don't care how y'all with it. It's annoying.
It's an old archaic system, fam. It's an old archaic system. I'm
telling you, like, truthfully, when I just went through my, like, when I was looking for my house, gang, I didn't need an agent. I knew what the hell I wanted. I went, let me tell you to do. All I needed the agent for was to open the goddamn door. Open the door and give me the code. That was it. Other than that, I ain't need no goddamn agent. I ain't need no real estate agent. I ain't need no agent, gang. I don't need you to tell me what's in the bathroom and the towels and shit. I can use my phone, scan it, and fucking AI will tell me what the hell this stuff is. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm telling y'all, about between 2030, 2040, it's not going to be good in that industry. If you work in that industry, I hope you got a plan.
Shit, you give them a lot of time.
I'm being nice. That's some people's job. So some people, if you want to be in denial about it, be in denial about it. But I don't think you got that much time. Not as much time as you think. That's going to be people's biggest downfall. But if you got these investments and you already in AI, you already in blockchain, you already kind of know what's going on, and you should be kind of prepared for it. But this is the route we're going. Because fuck all that paperwork. Fuck that long process. It's annoying. It's annoying. But I'm gonna get off my soapbox so that I'm one of those people. I hate the car buying process and I hate the house buying process. Those are, like, buying a car is an all-day thing. You go buy a car, you at the damn dealership all day. I can't. That's why I don't like Carvana, the cars, because the mileage is too high for my liking. If I gotta get one on there, I will. But the Carvanas, I'm just talking about their process is so much better. No, because ain't nobody be trying to sit in no damn dealership all day, and it shouldn't take me a whole month to get a house. Like, it shit is annoying. it's annoying.
I hear you.
Yeah. So yeah, I like this. So I'm actually intrigued. That's why I was glad DeFi King sent this over. But yeah, he says, but it says in this article that they're targeting the U.S. title and escrow industry. So yeah, that's a $25 billion industry. So yeah, they're reducing paperwork delays and inefficiencies. So this matters because if the closing process for buying or selling property becomes faster, cheaper, and more transparent, it could reshape how real estate transactions happen. It blends traditional real estate, which is a physical asset, with digital tools, AI, and blockchain, which is a big shift toward real world assets being handled in more modern ways. Thank God we should have been here 30 years ago. Jesus, when the internet dropped, we should have been here. When the internet dropped, we should have been here, y'all. So for viewers, this means fewer headaches when buying and selling property, fewer signatures, fewer delays, and possibly more digital options. More digital options for things that used to be completely manual. Thank you, God. I'm sorry people in the process gonna lose their job, but I'm sorry. People like me, I don't like paperwork. I don't like long processes. I don't like all the no. Please, Jesus, God, this is amazing. Please go. Car buying process, housing process. If we speed that up, I might like Earth a little bit better.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
A little bit. Yeah. So this is phenomenal. This is phenomenal. Like, I don't care what nobody say. This is phenomenal.
Damn.
So yeah. Automation. Automation.
Can you play that AI video since you're talking about AI agents? You might as well segue right into that video.
Yeah, let's get right into it. Yeah, let me share this real quick. Here we go. I feel the same way.
The UK's
like me. Yeah.
Channel 4 aired its first AI TV presenter, and viewers had no idea.
Yeah, let me see. So here we go. So this is not a person. So before we move forward, this is not a person. So, but here we go. D, if you want to flip your screen, I always got to flip mine. It's your turn. That way they can see it over here on TikTok. So everybody can see it. Oh, you got yours from Carvana 3K miles? Okay, because I think last time I was on their game, once I started seeing 50, 60, 70,000 miles, I'm like, can't do that. You sending me a problem. But if they got stuff on there with 3K miles, that's cool. That means they're getting better inventory. But, I really hadn't checked them out since they first kind of hit the scene, so that's good. They're getting cars with lower mileage. That's what's up.
Okay.
Got it? Bet. All right, y'all. So here we go.
AI is going to touch everybody's lives in the next few years. And for some, it will take their jobs. Call centre workers, customer service agents, maybe even TV presenters like me. Because I'm not real. In a British TV first, I'm actually an AI presenter. Some of you might have guessed. I wasn't on location reporting this story. My image and voice were generated using AI.
What? So I wonder how long they've been using this technology. I used to be wondering that as a kid. Y'all ever wonder, like, some of the news anchors that we used to see on TV, like, dang, if they put, like, the local ones, you're like, dang, if they local, why I don't ever see them at the grocery store or something?
Because they don't live where your ass live.
When I was a kid, I used to wonder that if I was a kid. Like, I ain't wonder if they was real or not. I just used to be like, dang, why you don't never see these people on TV?
You'll never see them around because they on TV. They're like, I'm on TV. I don't patronize with y'all.
Right. But I'm thinking, what if, because this technology been out, it's not new. But before we got social media and stuff, and people could actually go look up people, I wonder if they was using AI.
See, Crypto KB, Crypto KB, that's Telegram shit. That's Telegram shit, fam.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, KB. Yeah, KB, that's Telegram stuff. Yeah, okay. I was just reading some comments. Yeah, that's crazy.
John Benet's story was.
But Will Smith showed him too. Will Smith did his little thing on it too, though. Will Smith showed us.
Oh yeah.
He showed us some of that tech they got, like letting us know. So yeah, I think that was all the articles we had.
Yeah, I think so too.
That was everything. That was everything that
I mean, that was a lot.
y'all. Yeah, that was a lot. That's a lot. Oh no, you good, KB. That was that, but this was good. So just to kind of recap real quick, we got so shout out to the Clarity Act. Looks like we got some motion with that. We're getting somewhere. Hopefully they can have a bill signed, sealed, delivered before the end of the year. So it sounded like they're trying to get that together. So we'll see what happens before Thanksgiving and what progress they'll make in that time frame. We had some PNC news. So PNC, they joined Fed now. Then we got CZ getting pardoned by Trump. And then we got BNB being listed on Coinbase. That's huge. Man, yeah, that's huge. And then we got this AI generated stuff. Automations getting ready to change the real estate industry. And I know that's gonna trickle down into the car industry. Anything that got mad paperwork, AI agents, and just because we going into automation, that's getting ready to change all those industries. So if you got a job that deal with a lot of paperwork, on the clock.
Yeah, they about to do it. I mean, shit. I mean, if I go to Google right now, let me just see. I do this periodically. I just type in the word layoffs. That's how I know what's about to be up out of here. So Rivian plans to lay off more than 600 workers. The car maker.
Car maker? Oh.
Rivian. You seen them trucks? Rivian.
I probably seen them before.
Yeah. You had to see them trucks before. Yeah, they're laying off 600 workers. And then we talked about Meta yesterday. And yeah, that's the latest.
Oh, they just said Trump meeting with China next Thursday. Appreciate you, KB.
Capital One.
Okay, so that's bullish. So that'll turn the market back green since they're supposed to be talking next week. And then he's gonna come out and say we had a very good meeting. We made a lot of progress today. This week gonna come out and say market going green. It's November, y'all. Come on now. Kirk told y'all it's a water month. You know what tends to happen in a water month. Shout out my guy Kirk, gang. Shout out my guy Kirk. 100K. Appreciate y'all for 100K. Appreciate y'all for 100K.
Yeah, that's the standard, fam. 100K or better, fam. 100K.
Yeah, that's the standard now. That's the standard now. We got to elevate, y'all. We got to continue to grow. We got to continue to get this word out. So that way, when all of these changes that we talking about, Crown be trying to be an asshole, because I know it's some of y'all jobs. I don't be trying to be an asshole, but we got to get the word out so that people can know that they got to prepare for what is coming. If people don't know the progress of what they're making as far as AI and crypto and blockchain and how quickly this transaction is occurring, then people are going to be left like they're doing now, fussing about food stamps and being on Section 8 vouchers, and now they got to go work 8 hours a day to get their benefit. And it's like, gang, you wouldn't even have to rely on that had you knew that all this stuff was coming, so you could have prepared yourself accordingly, so that way when all this stuff hit you like a ton of bricks, because that's what it feel like when you're going through stuff in life, it just feel like stuff hit you with a ton of bricks. Gang, you could have been prepared. You could have been prepared, and instead of being in denial, that's why I don't even be trying to be like combative with people. If you think your job gonna be here in 10 years, then to hell, you know what I'm saying? Cool. My main question to you is do you have some crypto assets, some precious metals, and are you aware about tokenization and the opportunities you have with that? And are you aligning yourself with DeFi to learn about DeFi? If you got all that going down, I'll let you sit there if you be in denial that you think your job gonna be here in 10 years. Cool, because I already know you got all this other stuff going on. So when that do hit you, you like, okay, well, shit, my crypto went up. I was finna quit anyway. Like, that's how I want y'all to be. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's cool, fam. There's people that's listening to us in these lives right now that don't understand nothing, that won't make a move, that won't understand nothing what we're talking about until next year or the year after. And that's cool.
They already told you. They told y'all this time next year is going to be totally different.
Yep.
They already told you ahead of time. It's just nobody was listening because everybody's just like, well, what about now? What are we going to do right now? So, yeah, it's getting ready to get real, y'all. And then just the last thing for the recap, we got T. Rowe Price. They have a active ETF filing. So yeah, we're waiting on those ETF approvals. We'll see if we're gonna get word on that, because I know some of those dates are coming up. I know the shutdown is kind of in the way. So
I ain't gonna hold my breath.
Yeah, no, definitely don't hold your breath. But they coming though. They coming. No, I wouldn't hold your breath, but they coming. They coming for sure.
23rd and shit.
They coming. I mean, they know. They know they can't keep holding this off.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. The Democrats try, but
what's this announcement with Trump at 3 p.m.?
I don't know, but they said that them in China meeting up next week. That's all. You know what I'm saying? That should send the market back green. Okay. Walmart taking XRP. So I don't know if is Walmart specifically taking XRP for payment. That part I'm not sure of. I do know OnePay works with Zero Hash, and Zero Hash works with Ripple. They utilize ROUSD. So indirectly, Walmart is working with Ripple.
And Zero Hash was the people working with Coinstar and facilitating crypto in there. Yep. Somebody asked, "What's the best DeFi class for beginners?" I would say join the Patreon.
Yeah, I would say join the Patreon for sure. And I would definitely say just join that masterclass because you need to learn how to read. This honestly, when I look back on it, we should have started here. We should have started with rebalancing your DeFi portfolio, but you learn as you go. We should have started here because if we had in the beginning taught everybody about rebalancing your DeFi portfolio, the other classes, people benefited from them and are benefiting, but it would have been a lot easier. It would have been a smoother process. Because this is like the main thing you need to learn is rebalancing your DeFi portfolio. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all to get in that class. Once you learn how to learn it, once you learn how to rebalance your DeFi portfolio, it makes DeFi a lot more simpler and easier to maneuver. So, but yeah, if you got DeFi, I definitely would say like don't get in DeFi and don't be trying to get in there on your own. A lot of people think they can just do it themselves, which some people are capable of doing that. But I think the vast majority wouldn't be able to do that. I think it would be smarter for you to get into a group and get around people who've already tested it and know what's going on, and then you just kind of learn as you go. But at least you got some better guidance, and you just trying to go off of because we talked about it on live and brought up this one pool. And then now you're trying to run and go get into it, and then you don't know how to rebalance. You don't know how to do nothing, harvest nothing. Like you just in there. So so yeah, I can't emphasize enough to get into that rebalancing your DeFi portfolio. Get into that class and get into the Patreon. I think this is good time, and I think this is perfect timing to get into DeFi. Since Trump just made that, he's saying he talking to China next week, because at first, y'all know, a couple days ago they was just saying, oh, it doesn't look like they're gonna be able to sit down and talk. Now they made it seem like the beef was so bad that they can't even have a conversation. Now they're saying that they having a talk next week. Come on, y'all. So yeah, it's the OnePay system that is taking XRP. So OnePay is taking XRP. Okay, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked at all. Joined the Patreon recently is awesome. Appreciate you,
Butterfly.
Hey, Danny said, listen to her because I just jumped in and made a lot of mistakes. Appreciate you for being honest with him, Danny. Let him know. Oh, so Trump is so yeah, we'll see. So when we get on the 6 p.m. live, we'll know the announcement that Trump is making at 3 p.m. today. So we'll see what that announcement is. So we'll probably talk about it when we get on that evening live. Oh, Trader Insider. Okay. So yeah, y'all. Other than that, though, that's all we have for right now. We'll see y'all at 6. Make sure y'all get in that Patreon. Make sure y'all getting that rebalancing class. We got the hoodies on. The hoodies on sale. I know people was asking about hoodies. I know some people had some questions about sizes and materials and stuff. So we're gonna get back to y'all on that. And yeah, but other than that, we'll see y'all at 6. All right.
We sure will.
All right. Appreciate everybody. Shout out to y'all over here on TikTok for the 100K likes. Appreciate y'all.
Yes.